Do you ever get stuck in shiny thing syndrome? Like where there's a distraction, another interesting thing, ooh, this over here, ooh, this over here? Of course you do, and I do too. And this is the bane of my existence when I'm trying to focus on my awareness and practice presence and be here now. I don't want to be lost in the game of distractions between shiny thing, terrible, dark, tragic, shiny thing. It is designed that way to keep us in a place where we are distracting ourselves from the grief that we don't want to feel because it's overwhelming, because it's so much, because it's so big, because there is so much of it. That's why it's been designed for the distractions. But again, I don't want to play that game. They've dominated that game. We can't win that game. It's not even fair. It's like 12th graders playing dodgeball against 3rd graders. We can't. By the time we grow bigger, more powerful, they'll be even more big and powerful. So we have to stop playing dodgeball with 12th graders. How do we make a game within the game that undermines their game? How can we start doing something that makes it so that we just opt out without even trying to opt out? I've been seeing and seeking and doing and reading and researching and learning and growing and building myself and knocking myself down and sorting through the pieces and figuring out what belongs for so long that I've seen the same patterns arise over and over again. And me being so much Virgo and so much Libran energy, I analyze, I think about, I take it all apart, I dissect it with my mind. And at some point, it has to be realized, because I'm realizing it now, and I'm realizing how inevitable it was, but how the timing is perfect. At some point, it has to be realized that that's all a game. The mind is a game. The mind is a game for us to play in. When you think about it as we are a spirit, it's not even a fragment because we actually truly haven't been separated. It's like an extension. When we are an extension of the ineffable quantum field, which is particles and spirit and atom, and then at certain frequencies, light and sound and vibration, and then at certain frequencies, density, bodies, experiences, the world. When we remember that we're all of that, and that this body vehicle that we have for us to channel that light, channel that quantum substance into something with purpose, with aim, with reason, with a deliberate point of being, we get this brain so that we can play the game of experiencing ourselves in a world with many other people, flora, fauna, places, things, experiences, events, good and bad, the dualities of all of that, the shades of gray and the waves of chaos and change and harmonizing that happen because we have this mind to play the game of sorting it out, of observing, of making sense of it, of piecing it together, of doing the thing, of doing the dance. We get the body to do the dance, and we get the brain to experience it. We get the voice so we can share about it, because every one of us is having our own experience of that game. Right now, a lot of us experience the game of there's a bunch of 12th graders that are beating us up, and we're 3rd graders. And a lot of us have woken up to this game that's being played, but then are just standing there shouting like, we're being abused, but we're still playing the game. And no judgment, it's really hard to learn how to opt out. And no one can say specifically for any other person how it's supposed to be for any individual experience. Maybe it's supposed to be that way for you and millions of other people. But for some very specific people, it's not meant to be that way. Everyone has their own path. For instance, there are those beings that are part of the running of the game. And those people were never meant to be conscious and loving and peaceful and intentional of harmonizing and creating a new, beautiful, wonderful thing. It was never meant to be. They were meant to be the contrast that serves us, the third graders, with the desire, the momentum, and the ability to develop ourselves, to step out of the mind enough to see it as not the trap that we want to call it. It empowers our throwing our hands up in the air. But what if we did that not out of like surrender in, all right, I'm defeated. You can have me. Take me over. I can't possibly fight against you. But the kind of surrender that I learned in my time in Narcotics Anonymous that was like, I'm not more powerful than you. So I'm going to stop playing with you. I'm going to not come around anymore. I'm going to not touch that because it's more powerful than my will is currently. It doesn't have to be forever. And this is specifically about the power thing, not the drugs. Don't do drugs. They're bad. All of those kind of drugs that all the game made. Let's put it that way. All the game made drugs that enhance your ability to just tune right out. Just completely go numb. We don't want that. We don't want to go numb and opt out. We don't want to surrender and hand ourselves over to the misery and think that we're powerless. We don't want to hand ourselves over to victimhood, powerlessness, any and all of that stuff. We want to hand ourselves over. We want to surrender no, I'm not going to roll the dice. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're playing a game and you're mad because the people who are playing with you are cheating all the time, do you keep rolling the dice and being like, come on guys, just start being fair, this isn't fun, and you're playing by the rules the whole time and you're moving around the pond? That's what we're doing when we're going to work and we're hating our jobs and we're waking up and we're doing the same thing over and over again, and we're having the same conversations in our head, and we're going through the same actions, and we're numbing out, and we're sitting, and listen, I'm not, when I say we, I mean me, and the extensions of me that'll see this message and feel themselves within it. I'm not trying to sway everybody else. I'm not trying to categorize everyone. But if you see this and you hear me and you resonate with me, I know you understand what I mean when I got really freaking sick and tired of going to work all day every day because I had to, so that I could pay bills, because I have to have a place to live. I have to have all of these things. Now listen, here I am right now, stepping out of, like, I'm on the precipice right now. I'm in the doorway of having taken the leap of faith to just quit my job. I have bills to pay. I have a house. I have a mortgage. I have stuff going on. I have children. I have a husband who also is capable of doing things, but I quit my job so I could do art, so I could focus on my art, so I could focus on what I want to do, so I could focus on getting myself into alignment. Now what happened was I quit my job. I had a few days of like, adrenaline, right? Like, all right, this is great. And then the manifestation didn't happen right away. So I started freaking out. My husband was freaking out. And like, what I mean by freaking out is, what are we going to do today to make sure we make money? What are we going to do today? And it's like, that's not alignment. I told myself I was going to take the leap of faith so I could spend the time and focus on getting myself in alignment. And what I did instead was I quit my job. I didn't focus on alignment, and I started focusing on how can I make money. The game is programmed so deeply. But now it's been long enough, and I have been working on focusing on my alignment and not taking myself too seriously and trying to find more whimsy and trying to find more joy. And it's not even about finding, it's just about opening my eyes and seeing. So yesterday, I was just outside on my porch enjoying like that time before a little bit of a rainstorm. So beautiful, windy, and I got this like inspiration of like, oh my gosh, it's like playing tag with consciousness. Every time that I go unconscious, meaning I'm no longer practicing awareness of my thoughts, I'm no longer observing myself subjectively and helpfully, nurturingly, when I'm no longer doing that, that's me like hiding, okay? And then consciousness isn't gonna like shake me to seek me, but it does send me all those little signs, all those little awarenesses, all those little intuitive nudges, synchronicities, all of those little signatures that say, hey, I'm here. Do you remember me? I'm like, do you want to come back from being numb? Do you want to come back from being checked out? Do you want to come back from being disconnected, out of alignment, all of those things, any of those things? No judgment. I love you. Where are you? Are you coming? I want to co-create with you. That's what the universe is doing. Like, hello, my sweet darling. Are you there? Are you listening? I've got a message for you. I want to share with you. I want to co-create with you. I want to make love. I want to make beautiful things. I want to experience joy and wonder and whimsy and wisdom. I want to go, go, go. Where are you? That's what Source is saying to us all the time. That's what Spirit, that's what the quantum field is suggesting to us by very way of giving us this mind, this brain, this tool for our ability to play the game of being a being, singular being, channeled, focused into one physical body. This is the game, okay? There are those that run the game of like capitalism and money and all of this stuff, okay? But the game is not being run by maniacs. It's not. It's constantly being contracted, expanded, co-created, thrown into chaos, and then reharmonized all the time. And that's happening by way of this brain-heart coherence. We are electromagnets. We are electromagnets. Research it. Do the science. I'm a channel. Things come through me, and I don't always have the scientific explanation for what I just automatically understand. I don't know what the words are. I have a clear cognizance that gives me the sight of it and the layers and the metaphors and the meanings, but I can't explain to you the science. But I know that we are electromagnets, and we can have our electromagnetic frequency taken over, overrun, remagnetized, siphoned, right? We can have our energy taken like a battery and used by someone else, or we can be very aware of our frequency, of our current, and where we're letting that be diverted to. So the bright, shiny distraction syndrome, the like, hey, look at this over there, hey, look at this over there. Now there's all this grief and misery, and so distract yourself with all this like serotonin and dopamine and all this stuff. That's their game. That's their game. The people that run this small world, that run the small game. But the bigger game is you, me, and every other one of us are extensions of quantum source energy that is not separate at all, that does have the ability to not control, but align with a different frequency. That's what the surrender is to. The surrender is to your true nature. The surrender is to the truth, and not the game. And what the real truth is, in my personal opinion, because I feel it in my whole being when I say it, so I know it's true, is we're meant to come here and play. We're meant to come here and play. We are meant to come here and play. That's what we're meant to do. Like in the religious texts that refer to us as children of God, it's because children are not bogged down by the rules of the game. They haven't been coached and conditioned to obey yet. They're wild. They're wild, and that doesn't have to mean bad. It doesn't have to mean wrong. It doesn't mean unprotected. And of course, children grow. Nature is what it is. Nothing remains constant. But when we grow within the small game and we learn the rules, we lose all of our ability to be curious and to wonder, because all of these things conspire to make us feel not safe enough to do so, and too distracted by the needs and the immediacy of all the other very pressing, very stressful, very responsible issues that need to be handled. And I've unplugged from that game, and I've reminded myself that I'm this instead, that I'm part of this larger game. And I'm finally understanding, for me, that a great practice that keeps me in alignment, gets me in alignment, allows me to connect to myself, helps me to come back to center, to ground, is to act like it's a game of tag when I catch myself not being aware, right? When I start getting lost in like the stress or the worry, the hurry up and all that stuff, when I start feeling that anxiousness and this ramp up, it's like, and I know this goes against the best practices of making YouTube videos, to have this long, uninterrupted breathing moment. There's nothing to keep you engaged. And that's the challenge, that's the trick of their game. If they keep you engaged for long enough, you'll believe anything. But if you allow yourself to soothe yourself with your own slow, deep breaths and your eyes closed to their game, it helps to tune it out. It helps to bring you back to the awareness. And it's like, I found you. Tag, you're it. I went unconscious for a little while there. And I got lost in their game. And then God, Source, Spirit, all that is, the Great Mother, the all-loving Father, whatever it is to you, because it's all of those things, Divine Trickster, the lover of my soul, animator of all things, you found me. You found me. I was hiding, I was lost in the game, I was playing this game that I didn't even know I was playing. I was playing this game where the rules are totally unfair, where I never had a chance of winning. And somebody planned it that way, and I'm really mad about that. And I'm really sad about that, and I'm really disappointed about that, and I'm really pissed the fuck off. But you found me. But you found me, and there's no judgment that I had been lost. There's no I told you so. There's no why did you stray from the path. So I give myself the grace of saying, wow, what a game. What a game that I can get lost within a game, within a game, within a game. And then I can laugh about that with this. I can laugh about that with this. Because how delightful. We're just playing hide and seek in the garden of this earth. And there's some parts of this garden that are really ugly. And there are some games that we can get lost within the larger game that really are not fun at all. And they're not fair at all. And none of us stand a chance of winning. And there's other games that some of us stand a chance of winning and others don't. And there's a million games that are cruel and not fair and all of the things. But again, that's a game within the game. And the larger game is we were given a vehicle to play this game with. And the game is hide and seek of finding my consciousness, finding my heart, finding my awareness, finding my focus, learning what it feels like, learning how to hold it, learning how to be with it, how to see with it, how to co-create with it, how to start imagining something new. And I want to have fun with it. Now that I have found this peace, I'm going to have more fun on the remaining journey that is the rest of my life. I'm going to have more fun hiding and seeking from now on, because this world is so distracting. This world is so distracting. It's really easy to get lost and lose focus. So don't beat yourself up, Kelly, talking to you, when it happens. Just remember that it's a game. Play hide and seek. Find it. And savor the moment that you do. Because goodness gracious, there's not enough cause for celebration in this world. And that certainly is a cause for celebration. To find, to be found, to be here, to be now. To be nothing wrong and everything right. Harmonizing in this very moment. It's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely fun and whimsical and so wise. It's so wise to play the game. So here's to breaking all the rules, stepping outside of theirs, and remembering ours, and having fun with ourselves. I really hope you've enjoyed this expression of my heart, because I certainly enjoyed connecting with myself in this way. So if you liked this video, hit that subscribe button, like this video, share it with other people who you think would benefit from this awareness. And let's start playing a more fun game. I love you. Take care.